Social Development says is still experiencing glitches. Black Sash Regional Manager Thandi Henkerman says the current problem is not a new one. She also says the glitches have been happening since last year, November, when Postbank took over the payout system from the post office.
We can confirm until today we're still getting calls and notification that some payments haven't come through. And there was a communique that was sent out by Postbank over the weekend reassuring beneficiaries that all of the reversals are done and that everybody can go and retrieve it. And that's just not the case.
The Gauteng government says the Commission of Inquiry into the Marshalltown fire was established to avoid political interference in the investigation of the disaster. The provincial government held a media briefing today to announce the terms of reference for the inquiry, which will be looking into the Usindiso building fire, which killed 77 people. The inquiry, which will be led by retired Constitutional Justice Sisi Kampepe, will be broken into two phases. The first one will be looking into the cause of the fire, while the second will look into the prevalence of hijacked buildings in the province. Gauteng Premier Panyaza Lesufi.
Our argument is very clear. We didn't want institutions that have political representation, where you find a certain committee of the legislature or a certain committee of parliament to probe this matter.
The leadership of Inkatha Freedom Party is calling for political tolerance and unity in the wake of the passing of the party's founder and Zulu Nation Prime Minister Mangosuthu Buthelezi. Thousands of mourners are paying their respects to the late politician today at a memorial service in Ulundi in northern KwaZulu-Natal. The memorial has been organized by the IFP, which he founded in 1975 and led for 44 years. KZN Provincial Chairperson Tamintuli says Buthelezi put his life and that of his family at risk when he established the political organization.
Other prominent and struggle icons like Dr. Nelson Mandela also confirmed Umntwana as a struggle hero in his own right.
And the Gift of the Givers has applauded the Cape Peninsula University of Technology for its willingness to step in and assist with national and international emergencies. The humanitarian aid group's Imtiaz Suleiman visited the university's Belleville campus this week. He met with those who've been selected to travel to Morocco to assist with disaster relief efforts following a devastating earthquake. A powerful 6.8 magnitude earthquake shook Morocco on Friday, claiming the lives of almost 3,000 people so far. Suleiman says the organization continues to await an official request from Moroccan officials, adding that until then, the team will continue to be on standby.
The relationship with CPUT is very easy. It's not complicated. People have a willingness to work together. There's no ego issues. There's no obstacles, no roadblocks. Even now, just tell them, come and get ready for Monaco. We may go, we may not go. But the young ones are ready. Equipment is ready, packed. They do it with their heart and their soul.
A partly cloudy Thursday in store for Gauteng, becoming fine later. Temperatures peaking at highs of between 20 and 23 degrees. The top story this hour, human rights organization Black Sash says the Social Security pension grant payout dilemma is a major crisis.
Eyewitness News on 947. For more, click ewn.co.za.
#MSW. You may begin to feel anxious or excited.
Honest, deliberate, engaging, uncensored.
High dosage administration can cause adverse reactions.
And most importantly, independent in mind and execution.
This is a normal response. Are you ready?
Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Play resumes. Percy Tau goes short. Mindbella. Back to Percy Tau. Plenty of hang time on the cross. Mvala with a good touch. Mvala squares. Foster! 1-0. Bafana.
Mr. Ashwin Willemse.
First and foremost, what an incredible career, what an illustrious career, what a legend in many people's eyes.
Robbie talking to the most highly decorated rugby legend in this country, and I don't think we give enough credit to Ashwin on his achievement and his contribution to rugby in this country, who embodies the concept of walking away from a table when respect is no longer served.
Up until the time you are now an analyst, and you are analyzing probably the biggest broadcast facility within the continent, were you still being referred to by your peers in studio as a then quota player?
So the answer is no.
Okay.
5 years later, Rob, I'm saying life has gone on. Ashwin was not saying something that every other black commentator at SuperSport was not saying. And I think today, if I look at it, I wouldn't say it was because of Ashwin, but I'm saying perhaps it inspired a change.
Robert Marawa, live on 947. Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live. #MSW. Stream
Streaming from 13 September on Disney+. The football underdog story. Welcome to Wrexham brings you Marawa Sports Worldwide. Live on 947, Rise, Vuma and Sowetan Live.
Welcome to it. Marawa Sports Worldwide is brought to you by Season 2 of Welcome to Wrexham, streaming from the 13th of September on Disney+, live on 947, Rise FM, Vuma FM, and Sowetan Live. Hashtag MSW, Marawa Sports Worldwide. Welcome to it. It's the Wednesday edition. What are the things that, before we welcome our studio guest, I want to find out from you? I mean, we've been all excited about, the Springboks. Before that, we were excited about Banyana, their exploits at the World Cup. But there's one thing that is very, very glaring and which I would love your reaction to. And to be very, very honest with me, it's a simple question. We're going to do this before we bring in Samir Nurkovic, who is my guest tonight. I want to find out from you, what is it about Bafana Bafana that puts you off? What is it about Bafana Bafana that makes it a product or a brand that's not worthy of going to attend at a stadium to go and watch 2 games at Orlando Stadium within, 2 days apart? Dismal showing as far as support is concerned. You couldn't get better as far as location of a stadium is concerned. But believe you me, there was no interest. And then the game yesterday was obviously lost from a broadcast perspective, and people couldn't find it on their TV sets. But is there a bigger problem that maybe we don't know? Maybe share with us. Let us know. Let me know. 011-8838-947. 011-8838-947. Otherwise, do send me a WhatsApp voice note, 060-708-0484. I mean, it's gotten so bad that even the Bafana Bafana coach himself was quite pleased with the outcome, but not happy with the support.
Well, I had the feeling we played an out game today. It's a little bit disappointing that, again, when you see today in the stadium, there were more supporters for Congo than for us. So I hope in the future that we will have more support. You see today also when you have these crowds behind you, what that can give. Congo believed more and more. They grew in the game. They were supported. And we had some moments very difficult. And then you need them. But again, they were not there or not enough. And that's a little bit disappointed. I hope in the future that we will have a better crowd than the last 2 games.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Talk about good news, man. I think she just keeps on flying the South African flag higher and higher. What a weekend it was for our very own tennis star, Khuthatso Monchan, the wheelchair tennis star, scoring her 2nd Grand Slam win over the weekend, claiming victory in partnership with her Japanese teammate Yui Kamiji. KG the champ.
Yeah, I mean, this journey keeps shocking me, after all the struggles and now having to win 2 Grand Slams in 1 year.
I'm blessed to be surrounded by winners and champions and nominees and award winners.
Look, Rob, we appreciate your platform so much. You get to connect us with the people.
This girl is on fire.
Hashtag MSW. Wednesday nights, soccer nights, your nights.
Yeah, Wednesday night, soccer nights, and just finding out from you, this is a national team that's going to be going to the Africa Cup of Nations pretty soon, but there just seems to be lack of desire, lack of interest, lack of anything from the greater South African public. Maybe it is a provincial thing, I don't know, but lots of your voice notes are coming through. Let's find out.
Good evening, Mr. Marawa. Concerning the attendance of games for Bafana Bafana, Mr. Marawa, I think we can consider many aspects in that. I think the way which the team is playing and the province that the game is played. I think the prices of the ticket, of which I think, Mr. Marawa, in my thinking, I think that if Bafana are playing friendly games I don't see any reason for SA supporters to pay money to watch those friendly games. I think it can be more like a Kosafa Cup, whereby we were going to the stadiums and filling the stadiums for free. And I can recommend Durban, Mr. Marawa, about attendance. Had these Bafana games being played in Durban, we could be talking a different story. But SAFA has got their reasons to send all the games in Soweto. Thank you, Mr. Marawa. Good show.
All right, so Price Bunny Spongani says that's keeping him away from attending the Bafana games. Is that true? Is that something that you agree with? I don't know. I honestly don't know. When you talk about the performance, and obviously under Hugo Broos, he's gone, over a year now, unbeaten. So if it's results, then it can't be that. Is it performance? Is it maybe him being inaccessible for one-on-ones? We hear him, especially within press conferences. He's there, he talks, and at times he's very unhappy about certain things. And maybe the next voice note might shed some light, because this sounds like it was directed at a particular club.
Good afternoon, Mr. Marawa. The problem is the coach. He's dividing us. You cannot insult Kaizer Chiefs. You cannot disrespect Kaizer Chiefs and expect us to attend Bafana matches. We are not going to attend as Kaizer Chiefs fans. Kaizer Chiefs is the powerhouse of South Africa. Kaizer Chiefs is a brand of South African football. So if you think you will come against Kaizer Chiefs, you will not going you are not going to succeed as Bafana coach. He needs to select Kaizer Chiefs. He needs to end the beef he has with Kaizer Chiefs and start looking at Kaizer Chiefs, because he has that mentality of, I don't want to say it.
Okay, maybe it's a good thing you didn't say it. I don't know what you were going to say, but it just sounds that from that voice note that you're unhappy about the comments that he made about him not selecting Chiefs players for this particular camp that's gone by. But I think after Belief Nzeki had commented, post that, he then said that the media put it and threw it completely out of context. And he denied it being a personal thing against Kaizer Chiefs. So when you say that we as Kaizer Chiefs are not going to be there supporting, it also becomes a bit of a problem, because then it almost sounds like you are now becoming a mouthpiece of the club unofficially. Because I am sure, and even yesterday, there's a certain gentleman by the name of Cellular, whose father is Saddam Make, who's been a number one supporter for Kaizer Chiefs since I took my first breath on this earth. So Cellular was at Orlando Stadium yesterday. He was watching the game, and he's a big-time Kaizer Chiefs fan. So it can't be a blanket thing to say, no, we are Kaizer Chiefs. I don't think so. I think Hugo Broos is a very honest person, maybe sometimes too honest for his own good. But what is wrong with that when the results are going in your favor? I mean, he's also the same person who didn't have Themba Zwane in his squad on 2 occasions now. Post the Bafana games, he has gone on to say they've missed his presence. Not once, but twice. So he's also a person who's able to retract on something that maybe he might not have thought long and hard about. But for me, it's just, there's just something up in the air when it comes to the apathy towards the national team. And that's why I want to find out from you. 011-883-8947. Otherwise, send me a WhatsApp voice note 060-708-0484.
Hi, Rob. For me, you would swear that Bafana is an illegal entity because their matches are kept so secret. You hardly get promos or get any adverts promoting this national entity. And also, I think the media team needs to help the coach on how to deal with questions, because for him to single out my team, Kaizer Chiefs, in terms of players that have been omitted from the squad was a personal attack on me, not even trying to go and support them. And also some of his selections are very biased, because the coach says that he selects his squad on current performance, but you would ask why Willemsen and Ndwandwe is nowhere in the national team But when you look at his performance and his contribution at Golden Arrows and where the team is currently, I think he's one of the players who, for me, needs to be, if he's not in the national team, he should be the player of the month. But knowing how things work out, Rob, the man is going to be overlooked. And for me, those are some of the injustices that I don't think make it easy to support Bafana Bafana. Thank you so much, Tebogo.
Tebogo, thank you so much indeed. Always do enjoy your frank and honest opinions on the show. And I mean, there's no doubting that. And that's why, maybe to qualify what I said earlier, Tebogo, is that maybe more of an engagement. You know, I look at other sporting codes and even from a rugby perspective, I almost feel that there's more of a transparency when the leadership of rugby, whether it is coach and player or Rassi being head of technical, that maybe somehow we're not getting the idea where we are, where we were going to. There's almost these outbursts that we are faced with on a regular basis, as opposed to a proper football engagement back and forth. You know, whether it's Mtatwa who is playing at Stellenbosch, whether it's whoever the player is, it is good to know. But if you're not moving with the confidence of a nation with you, I just think somehow we would be able to lose you then as a coach and lose the narrative that you're trying to put forward. So those are some of the issues, really. But does that mean that the DRC, I mean, Congo yesterday had more supporters than Bafana Bafana had? And here we are playing in South Africa, in the heart of Soweto. But fans, nothing. There's a pocket full of fans. But you also can't tell me that just because now Botham Sela and Mama Joy are having a wonderful time in France, that means then the rest of the South African football supporting society is now gone. I don't think that's a right way of looking at it. Yes, they themselves as super fans have their own following and a band of supporters. Maybe you don't appreciate them much. Maybe that's why Mama Joy will go on to win an award like she did yesterday. And congratulations to her. G-Sport Award winner.
Good evening, Mr. Rob. It's Wolfgang here, and greeting to the MSW shoulders. Yeah, this thing of low crowd attendance in football general, I'm just going to be generalistic about the attendance of in football games all around, be it club and national football. It's poor. It's very, very poor, and it just tells people that people are just not interested in football. It wasn't like back then. Maybe you can question the quality of football, but be that as it may, we should always support our local teams, especially the national team as well, because they do need the support. They do need that encouragement to do better and be better. And it just tells people that people are just not interested. Maybe you can question the quality of the talent. Maybe you can question the way the football administrators do their business, because whatever decision is made up top affects everyone, be it the players and the coaches. But be that as it may, I feel that people should give off their support, and to hear that the crowd attendance hasn't been changing for quite some time is quite worrying. And you should, spread it across the board to say that it is not just national football, but also club football as well. Watch how many fans attend games in the JCB Premiership, whether it's for the big three, whether it's for the other 13 teams that are in the league as well. It's quite concerning for me as a football follower. It is quite concerning. Great shows always. Thanks.
3, 2, 1. It's here. The Rugby World Cup.
Springboks with a penalty advantage.
Tracked by Marawa every day. #MSW on 947. Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live.
Right, as we track the story of the Rugby World Cup, I can tell you the latest coming through from the Ireland camp. In fact, Ireland's team manager Mick Kearney gave an injury update on Jack Conan today as the team prepared to face Tonga in their second group stage match of the Rugby World Cup. Ireland captain Johnny Sexton made a try-scoring return as he appeared in his first game after 6 months' absence. And despite holding the world #1 spot, Ireland have never gone past the quarterfinals at a Rugby World Cup.
Very good training session today, and everybody came through that really well. Jack was out running, which was a real positive, and while Saturday will come a little bit early for him, I think that the signs are really positive in terms of being available to train fully next week and hopefully be available for South Africa. That was not since we got to tours, but it's his first for the last few days, so he's been doing most of his rehab in the gym with the physios, and today was obviously a very big day for him in terms of getting out and running, and he ran really well and was really positive and in a good place afterwards.
Yeah, we've obviously achieved a lot, and we know when we're on it and we're switched on and we play our game plan, we know we're well capable of competing and doing special things. But again, I know it's a cliche and you've always heard it from us, we won't be looking past Saturday, but obviously we've touched on it, and something we are confident in our abilities. So.
Confident in their abilities. Well, I can tell you that our guest coming up after the break is extremely confident in his abilities. But how fit is he? Is he ready to rock and roll at his new club? Samir Nurkovic coming up.
The clash of the Titans at the Rugby World Cup. Be there with Marawa on 947. Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live.
Little show of the ball and away he goes.
Living the dream. #MSW for rugby reality.
LottoStar introduces a new level of roulette. Our new Extreme Lightning Roulette live game could redefine your whole betting experience. With up to 2,000 times increasing multipliers, you could win magnificent payouts of up to 10 million rand. Want to strike it lucky? Bet now on lottostar.co.za. Your world of live games.
LottoStar is licensed by the Mpumalanga Economic Regulator. No under 18s. National Responsible Gambling Program. 0800 006 008. T's and C's apply. All games are fixed odds betting events.
Hit the road in style with Sani, your ultimate car rental companion. Adventure begins with choice, and we offer a selection of high-quality vehicles, motorcycles, workhorse buggies, shuttles, motorhomes, and more at the best daily and monthly rates, with nationwide pickup points at all major airports. Visit Sani, that's SANI.COZA, and enjoy a 30% discount till end October. Sani is the official car rental partner to Prime Media. Go further. Go safer. Go Sani.
In a world defined by instant everything and an overload of information, take the time to question. When the truth is influenced by what's trending and mass opinion replaces common sense, think for yourself. If your reality is impacted by the actions of those in power and you demand your say, don't be afraid to act. The power is in your hands. ENCA. Question. Think. Act.
The award-winning ABSA Run Your City Joburg 10K returns to Johannesburg on Sunday, 24 September. Join over 10,000 runners as they take to the streets on National Heritage Day and be part of this iconic race. One lucky runner will drive away in a brand new Cherry Tiggo 4 Pro Urban, valued at over 300,000 Rand. You don't want to miss out. It's our time to shine and hashtag Run Your City. Enter now at runyourcityseries.com. T's and C's apply.
Feel your power this spring. Get up with Zing. Enjoy Samsung Health every day. Boost your energy at work and play with a dynamic Galaxy A34 device just for you at a fabulous price. Only $329 per month over 36 months on a 1.2 gig red card topper plan. A saving of 1,080 Rand. Yes! And a free Samsung power bank for the first 100 customers. Deal valid on new contracts till 5 October at Vodacom for You stores or vodacomforyou.co.za. T's and C's apply.
Welcome to Wrexham returns to Disney Plus for a brand new season. The docuseries continues to follow the Wrexham Football Club, the town and its residents. The club extraordinarily positioned as an international prospect and is wallowing in the newly found limelight. Executive producers Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney have been welcomed into the community and in turn have totally fallen in love with the club. Welcome to Wrexham Season 2, streaming from 13 September, exclusively on Disney Plus. T's and C's apply.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Mr. Ashwin Willemse is that if right now, post this interview, phone call rings, boom, somebody in Randburg says, Ashwin, we need to talk. We need you back at SuperSport. Would you take that call? Would you go back?
I'd love to. I mean, why? You yourself, Rob. I mean, we were there every Monday night. People don't know. We exchanged studios. When I would come in, you would come out. And the level of professionalism it takes. So that's why I was completely gobsmacked when I realized they said I was unprepared and I came late to, I'm like, I almost said a horse crap, but I mean, it's radio. I probably can't say it, but
manure.
Horse manure.
Yeah.
So for me to have seen that, it was like, wow, really?
#MSW.
#MSW. Marawa Sports Worldwide, powered by Welcome to Wrexham Season 2, streaming from 13 September on Disney Plus, Rise, Vuma, and Sowetan Live.
And guess what? 13 September is when. That's exactly today. Looking forward to it, man. Season 2. Can't wait. Oh, we're talking about people that have been to the wars. One of the most talked about personalities in domestic football over the past year. So much drama, all sorts of legal battles that have been playing themselves around him. And he's probably learned so many legal words. I'm sure if I start chatting to him now, he'll tell me more about law than about football. But seriously though, I mean, he's just signed a new contract with a brand new club, which is always good news. He last kicked a ball when, I don't know, it's over a year ago now. His former team, Kaizer Chiefs, had a very good time with them. Was a goal poacher there and has been without a club since that release. Or has he? I thought he had another club, but it looks like he didn't have another club. And he'll get to tell us today, I think for the very first time, what it feels like. I mean, he gave me a handshake. I almost crunched my bones. That's how strong he is and how much hard work he's been putting in. Samir Nurkovic. Sir, good to see you.
Good evening, Rob. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Oh, man. You were saying 4 years ago when you first came into the country, that was the first engagement I had with you in a studio environment. It's incredible how quickly time flies, eh?
Yes, with my still not good English at that time.
No, it's perfect.
But I improved a lot since then. With my English and everything.
And the football.
And the football, of course. The most important thing in my life.
When was the last time you scored a goal?
Against Chippa, away for the Chiefs. Still been in the Chiefs.
That would
a year
be
ago?
Yeah, I was going to say that's probably over a year ago.
A year ago, yeah.
What does that mean to you, though, to be a striker, but have to go back a year ago to the last time you last scored a goal? Not because you're injured, but because of all sorts of things. We'll talk about that now. But just from a footballing perspective, striker, no goal since a year ago.
To be honest, it was a really challenging time for me since then. Not playing 1 year, not playing football, being out of the field. It requires a lot of mental strength. Lots of players, I'm sure, will be struggling if they find themselves in the same position. Like I said, it requires a lot of mental strength. You have to be resilient. You have to keep working hard, just waiting for the next opportunity. And you were mentioning legal things that are really beyond professional footballer control.
Yeah.
Those you have kind of people to handle those kind of things. Me, I'm sure a lot of people are familiar what kind of football player I am and mentality and everything. I was just trying to put my mindset on to be back on the field as soon as possible. So I was putting some extra work off the field, all the time, not giving a lot of break to myself. Because I know if you're not playing and not working on yourself for 6 months, it can be really damaging on your performance.
Especially if you're a professional. I can imagine guys who are playing football just for the sake of playing football, but we expect the highest level of football from you. You talk about mental strength, and that's what you needed when you're not playing the game. Where were you getting that from? What was Samir's support structure like? Who was that person or persons that were around you to make sure that you don't lose your mind?
Mostly from my family. Lots of friends, my agents, my girlfriend. Really supportive. Those kind of people, the closest to me, they've been really supportive, so it's really important for professional footballer to set some goal in his head. I want to return to play football, and it's important for the people around him to know what is his goal, what he wants, and to support him in that direction. To push him to become stronger, better, and to go back on the field as soon as possible and to do what makes him happy.
Let me get down to it. Leaving Kaizer Chiefs was not a problem. You left. It was a clean departure, right? With Chiefs. Or did you still want to stay longer at the club?
I mean, who don't want to stay at Chiefs? Or it's a...
So what then forced you to leave?
Different coaches, different mindset, different structure, bringing in the club, different opinions on football, ideas and everything. All of that is part of professional football life.
Right.
And then, maybe you as a football player, you're working and you fitting well in that team. But you have other types of coaches that coming and going and coming with new ideas, bringing new ideas, and they want to bring something new into the club.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just me. Lots of players at that time left the club. Yeah. So it wasn't really performance and everything. But from my perspective, is that they just had new ideas that they want to bring into the club. Yeah.
Just so that people are not confused, let's talk about it. I mean, you've moved on. Chiefs is a closed chapter. So a coach comes in, like you're saying, that it's new people, maybe a different way of doing things. Who was the coach then that you believe was maybe not understanding your style or your contribution?
The coach that came was Arthur Swane.
Yeah.
All due respect to him, to all of them. He was with us from beginning, from the first season. He was in the club. He knew me as a player and everything. It's not really about whether coach is bad for me or good for me. It's about that kind of ideas that they have. You have new coaches, they're coming. So he came with his technical team and they probably had some idea to starting something new, with starting something new into bringing something new in the club, and that kind of things results lots of players leaving the club. That's from my perspective, my point of view on what was happening.
But do they speak to you though? I mean, you're a top striker at Kaizer Chiefs. You're that guy that comes in 13 goals, 6 assists in your first season that you're there. That is not an easy thing. But do they sit down and chat to you and say, listen, Samir, we're trying to do things differently. Maybe we are not going for the long ball. Maybe we're just changing things. Something. Was there no communication?
As a striker, the way I experience in my professional career is you can score 20 goals. And then going into 3 weeks not scoring goals, you're not, you're
not good anymore.
You say it well. So you need to always be on that top level of yourself. You need always to score that goals, to be there, to always see people come and tell you, just keep going. That's what we need. This is what the clubs needs today from the striker.
But do you feel that they let you down, though, as a technical team that I would imagine is supposed to support you, try to get goals out of you? This is a team that lost, by 2 points on the last day. You remember that day when you were almost winning the league.
Yeah.
So do you feel that somewhere, somehow, maybe you were let down?
What I want to say is that for everything what happened at Chiefs, from my first season, then we went in the second season to Champions League final. I'm really grateful for all of these moments because simply because that I'm coming from really small place, from far away, that not a lot of players, I'm the first player ever to come out and do something from his career. And playing for the Chiefs is really dream come true, especially playing in Soweto Derby, scoring in Soweto Derby, being captain in Soweto Derby. For me, that was dream come true. And I said after that I left Chiefs as a better player. And I mean that.
And a better player who then left Chiefs to what we knew you were going to Royal AM. So was Royal AM an option that you had? How did Royal AM fit into the picture?
Those kind of things were sorted by my agency.
Yeah.
So like I said, I was strictly professional.
Sure.
I was there, whatever is sorted. When the contract is ready, I sign the contract, and I'm fully there for the club to give my best in every game. And I don't want to tell people out there that I did this, I did something wrong. This really, like I said, it's beyond my control.
Yeah. No, I won't ask you too much of the legalities,
exactly,
Samir, because I respect you for that.
Yeah.
And anybody that's keen on just flicking onto your YouTube channel, we are streaming live. We are live on the YouTube channel. I see loads and loads of your engagements already. I'll get to those in just a second. It is Samir Nurkovic. We're just chatting about the departure from Kaizer Chiefs. Says that for him, he left Kaizer Chiefs a better player. And those are very strong words to take out. No animosity, no nothing. It is about what he learned at Chiefs. So we see you sign, you're training with Royal AM, you go to Bloemfontein, Makufe Cup, you come on. In your mind, are you then not a Royal AM player? In your mind, and what you're wearing, the jersey and everything?
I mean, it's funny to think that I'm not their player because I'm representing the club. I was representing the club, I was there, and everything else after that, it was handled by my lawyers and my agency. Like I said, as a professional football player, I will be there to do my job for what I've signed for. Everything else, what is beyond my control, is handled by my lawyers and my agency.
But as a human being, and trust me, I spoke to your lawyer, whether he was here or he was overseas, we engaged him. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to talk to you about clause, whatever in your contract. I'll respect that. But as a human being away from football, what does that do to you? Does it destroy you somehow? Do you ask a lot of questions? Do you doubt yourself? Do you ever consider maybe one day or even immediately retiring from the game and saying, you know what, I'm Samir Nurkovic, I'm 31 years old now, I'm tired of this, I can't handle it anymore? Did that ever cross your mind?
It is, but like just mentioning 31 years old, those kind of years are like the best years that a footballer can be. Like, this is the highest level that he can achieve his potential, right? To go on his best and give his best, and like I mentioned earlier, that that mental strength as well. Having that resilience in yourself and setting that goal for yourself. What do you want from your life? Do you want to retire, or you want to keep pushing, keep trying, and get like more years of enjoyment and doing what you love?
Best years of your life in your 30s, you're right. Ronaldo, Messi, the other side of 36. Having the best days, packing stadiums in America. Saudi Arabian League is on its head. These are supposed to be people playing in some crooked old league somewhere in the world, but they're playing the best years of their lives as far as football is concerned. And I understand exactly where you're from. Now, there are people that still love you.
Good evening, Rob. I just want to congratulate Omar Piano for getting a new club after such a long time. And then I just want to also tell him that we love him at Amakosi. He's still our family member, and then we wish things could have turned the other way and still with us. But congratulations to him. We still love him. Thank you, Rob.
What does that mean to you? I mean, that's a Chief supporter.
Means a lot. I easily can say that like I feel here like I'm at home. South Africa is definitely like my second home. Feel didn't met. Been in lots of countries, but I haven't met the warm-hearted people like here in South Africa.
No, we saw that. We saw that at Miss South Africa.
Yeah.
We saw how warm-hearted you were.
Yeah, I am.
How excited you were.
Supportive.
You were supportive of your girlfriend. And she almost became Miss SA.
For me, she is Miss SA.
And will always be.
She's amazing, and she's gonna go and represent this beautiful country on the best possible way, and I'm convinced of that.
That's Miss Universe.
Miss Universe, El Salvador.
Have you got the dates?
I think in 2 months' time.
But you're going to be at TS Galaxy, so you can't be there with
I'm
football now.
Now it's football.
You'll watch with us on TV.
Now I'm working hard. I was working hard for this opportunity for long, and now I'm here. Depends on me a lot.
But congratulations. I mean, that's an honor. Like you were saying, South Africa feels like home. You got someone who's going to be representing us in foreign land. Quick one. I got to go for a break. They were saying that they need to pay you 12 million rand, Royal AM. Did they pay you?
No.
3, 2, 1. It's here. The Rugby World Cup.
Springboks with a penalty advantage.
Tracked by Marawa every day. #MSW on 947. Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live.
All right, good. Take a quick break. When we come back, we'll come back with more of your WhatsApp voice notes and calls. Samir Nurkovic, my guest.
Don't you wish your phone was fun like you? The new Galaxy Z Flip 5. Fit for self-expression. Fits in your pocket. Take your best selfies, hands down and hands-free. Buy now and you'll get Galaxy Buds 2 Pro valued at 3,999. The new Galaxy Z Flip 5. Join the flip side. T's and C's apply.
Playbet.coza for boosted odds on the Rugby World Cup, cricket, soccer, and tennis. Playbet for Aviators daily reigns and up to 10 million rand in instant payouts. Playbet for lucky numbers and over 550 live games. Play the game on playbet.coza. Winners know when to stop. National Responsible Gambling Program toll-free helpline 0800 006 008. No persons under the age of 18 allowed to gamble. Licensed and regulated by the Mpumalanga Economic Regulator.
No matter how much you plan, sometimes life happens. And when life happens, there's Cash Converters Cash Advance Loan. Our 30-day cash advance loan allows you to take care of those unexpected surprises. Simply bring in your items such as jewelry, tech, and more. We'll keep it safe and you'll walk out with some much-needed cash. Plus, stand a chance to win 20,000 Rand every week. So, visit a Cash Converters store today. T's and C's apply. Cash Converters, we buy, we sell, we loan cash.
So this is a 30-second radio ad for Pineapple. Go to pineapple.co.za for 100% insurance, 0% other stuff. Why is it so short? Because we got a special package deal with the station. A mere 30 seconds. I can't even. I mean, just this legal line. Pineapple FSP 48650 is underwritten by Old Mutual Insure, licensed FSP, a non-life insurer. T's and C's apply. That's half the ad gone. I'm probably going to get cut off before I can even tell you all about the one.
With a deal this incredible, most car brands would be shouting it from the rooftops. But Mazda is a Japanese company founded on the principles of harmony and balance, admired for perfecting the refined excellence of its cars for over 100 years. So although the Mazda CX-3 and CX-5 are now available from only 370 and 470,000 Rand respectively, shouting about it would be, well, a little unnecessary. Contact your nearest Mazda dealer today. Mazda, made with soul. T's and C's apply.
Welcome to Wrexham returns to Disney Plus for a brand new season. The docuseries continues to follow the Wrexham Football Club, the town and its residents. The club extraordinarily positioned as an international prospect and is wallowing in the newly found limelight. Executive producers Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney have been welcomed into the community and in turn have totally fallen in love with the club. Welcome to Wrexham Season 2, streaming starting from 13 September exclusively on Disney+. T's and C's apply.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Mr. Ashwin Willemse?
The weekend's rugby was a perfect start to anything, I think. To see Jake White in studio at Supersport, I texted him and said, wow, I can sit and listen to Jake for days.
You talk about Jake White and you sing his praises, and yet the word in the street, even at the time, would be that, Ashwin Willemse was not happy with a Jake White, because there you are, you're in France, you're playing the World Cup, and Jake White doesn't even play a single game.
He did once.
No beef, everything fine, life goes on.
For me, I vividly recall there was a moment when I said to Jake that you can never undo what you've done to me, and this was before we even gone to the World Cup. I don't know where the rumors started, but maybe where there's smoke, there's fire.
#MSW. #MSW. Wednesday nights, soccer nights, your nights.
All right, some surefire questions coming through.
Hi, Samir. Did you ever play with an injury at Kaizer Chiefs, particularly during the bio-bubble season? Because you looked very different and your striking prowess somehow was impacted. Just want to find out, just to validate my observation. And I'm just sure that you are looking forward to reuniting with Bernard Parker. Thank you so much. Wishing you all the best at Galaxy.
Thank you so much indeed. Did he ever play, Samir Nurkovic, with an injury at Kaizer Chiefs, especially during the bio-bubble? Samir, how do you answer that one?
Yes.
You played with an
I
injury?
was playing with injury, a bubble. Immediately after bubble has finished, the season has finished, I went for surgery. That was beginning of the second season.
Yeah.
I missed a couple of games. Then I came in January, started again with the team, Champions League, and then we push through to Champions League final, and there I got injury.
Sure.
In semi-final.
Same injury or different
No,
one?
different injury. Semi-final against Wydad Casablanca away. Was playing second leg and the final of Champions League injured. Immediately after that, play a couple of games beginning of the season and got for another surgery. So lots of games. It was tight time for me.
Yeah.
I didn't really have a lot of time to do my recovery proper and to go back on the field 100%. So they've been in eating striker in the players, so I was always there. I never had a problem, even in bubble. Especially at that time where we've been leading the table, the league and everything. Because of the love I received from Makosi and the fans and everything, I never had a problem to give myself, even when I was injured, to give my best and try to help the team.
But obviously playing with an injury comes with the blessing from the technical team, from the coach. Or do you say, I want to play, even if I'm injured, I want to play? How does that work?
If you, as a professional player, say that you want to, then you're taking all full responsibility on you. You cannot blame anyone else.
And in your case? Or
in
was
my
it
case,
you or was it the coaching department?
I made decision that I want to play. I made decision that so the full responsibility is on me.
Did you then play, let's say sometimes, depending on the extent of the injury, play having to take an injection to numb the injury? Did you find yourself having to do that at times because you were playing game in and game out at the risk of aggravating that injury?
Not really. Not taking injections, but we were doing some other stuff like PRP, if you're familiar with. It's not like something, like proper injection. I was taking those things just to push through that 8 games that we had played, I think, if I'm not mistaken, in the bubble. Yeah, that was it. And after that was really that time after surgery. Like I said, that recovery process, I never fully recovered. And I came back. I was struggling, from one side, you want to go back on your best. From other side, you you are afraid, what if, again, always in your mindset, So it's those kind of things is really important to have that mental strength,
But then I'll bounce around here because the injury thing comes in from time to time, and one would read reports saying that Royal AM also using the issue of the injury as a problem, that they were then not signing you. So you've confirmed, you signed for them, but then had they checked you, had you gone for a medical that says you have this problem, you have this injury, therefore they flag it as a potential problem when it comes to signing the contract?
I can say that not just South Africa.
Yes.
But the whole continent, because we've been playing the Champions League, knew that I had surgery. And that I has been injured before.
So you were not hiding it?
No, everybody knew it.
It was public knowledge.
It was like everybody knew about Samir's, and after Champions League he had surgery and he was coming from the surgery and he starting playing, and then managed to come back and score goals, and then after that was end of the season, and lots of things happened after that.
But do you feel though that might have messed up your chances in? Because again, rumors, you'll say whether or not they are true. You potentially going to a Cape Town city, for example. You potentially going to a Raja Casablanca, for example. Did that injury problem then not come back to haunt you?
Well, we can see it from that point of view as well.
Yeah.
But I can also put that in category of it's out of my control, and I really need to stay focused and put some hard work to get back there, and that's the only way to show the people what Samir is capable of. And I'm sure that most of people know already what Samir Nurkovic is capable of doing it on the field.
Let me take more of your WhatsApp voice notes.
Good evening, Mr. Marawa, and to the MSW shareholders, and good evening to your guest in studio, Samir Nurkovic. Mr. Marawa, you've got one of the best players that came to South Africa with a lot of expectations and delivered for Kaizer Chiefs, and he used to score wonderful goals for them. I just want to find out from Samir what went wrong in Morocco after he parted ways with Royal AM, because there were rumors that he was about to join one of the Morocco giants. Why the deal never materialized? Thanks, Mr. Marawa. It's Mden here.
Denny, thank you so much. Joseph Zinbauer coming in to coach at Raja was said to be interested in having your services, and reports were saying that you even went across, started training with them. I mean, is that true? And at the end, why did that deal fall off?
Yes, it was true. They wanted me there, technical staff from Raja Casablanca. They familiar with me as well, and they wanted me there as a player. Also, beyond my control, I went. I did pre-season with them. They've been happy and satisfied with everything what they saw. The problem was, let's call it a problem. It's not really the problem. Those things are happening in football, from agency side and the club. They didn't find a mutual agreement.
We got more questions coming through, believe you me. We'll take 4 hours here, man.
Good evening, Rob. It is Odishas here in Cape Town. I understand you've got Samir Nurkovic, Kokota Piano. You know, Rob, for any football player locally or coming from Africa, but West coming from Europe, I mean, when they come to South Africa, they want to experience Southern African football. And obviously, the South African PSL is probably the best league in the country. Having started so well at Kaizer Chiefs, things didn't end up there at Kaizer Chiefs with some injuries and being offloaded and going to Royal AM and all those fights. And I think this is not what Samir Nurkovic wanted to have in his football journey here in Africa. What lessons has he learned? I mean, in terms of trusting the leadership in football, has he faced such things in his career, or he has just faced them here in South Africa? But we still love him. What a player he was, a true professional, a talent indeed. And I just wish him, Robert, that he finds a home where he can, either here in South Africa or somewhere where he can showcase his talent. Kokota Piano. What a player.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to leave you to respond to that. Audacious in Cape Town, thank you so much for that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the kind words. This is why I love this country. I love these people. I love like everything like about this place. So this kind of support is what one professional player needs.
Yes.
To,
Makes you
perform
feel
on
good.
the best.
Makes you feel good, doesn't it?
Makes you feel good.
I mean,
man.
the nickname you have, first day you came here, the studios, back in the days in Auckland Park, and you were telling me about your love for piano music, and there started this journey, and then the love. You see, South Africans warm themselves up. Any foreign player who gets given a proper nickname, trust me, whether you're a Pirates, Swallows supporter, they would love you. So I think that one carried beautifully. Katlego Madiba, who is watching on the YouTube feed, says that he said that the media misquoted him, but the media just showed us a video of him saying these words. His reasons were the Chiefs under 14 points behind Sundown. So that is the earlier reaction that we had to why you are not watching Bafana Bafana. Was there any stage when there were reports? I don't know. Were they lying to us saying that Samir Nurkovic could potentially play for the national team of South Africa, Bafana Bafana?
There was a lot of talks, rumors, if I can call it that way, about me playing for Bafana Bafana. And I was happy to do so. I was like, after the first season, I was on my high level of performance and everything. I was happy. Like, it will be also... coming like on other part of the world and
so
playing,
what happened?
Represent that country. I think they just didn't want a foreign player. That's what I was.
No, but
I heard.
But they were even saying that a guy like Serino at Sundowns would be also another person who's capable. I think
that the same thing was with him as well.
Exactly. Yeah, they said the same.
Same time. Yeah.
Tell me about your relationship with Ernest Biddendorp.
The coach that was really insisting hard for me to come here.
Yes.
And I'm thankful to him for that. My dreams came true, me coming here and playing those kind of games, experience Amakosi and those South African fans, supporters. Really thankful. Really thankful.
So good relationship that you have with him.
Yeah.
Wendy Lamtano on Twitter says that we were starting to enjoy Nurkovic's game at Kaizer Chiefs. He was sharp with his foot in front of the goal, but injuries let him down to reach his potential. We'd forever embrace him as our own wherever he goes. The golden allegiance runs very deep through his blood. Nhlakanipho Ngobo says, I want to say thank you to Kokota for all that he has done for the mighty Amakosi, all those memories that he created, we will always cherish and we will always be with us forever. I'm also glad that he feels at home here in South Africa, and all the best for his new season at his new home. Oh, I can go on, man. Mpolela says, I really think Chiefs made a big mistake by releasing Samir. Since he left, we don't have anyone to rely on to score goals for us. I will never forget all the good memories that we had with him. I wish him all the best. Drink that water, sir, because people are loving you. Our time's almost up. Is there anything you want to share with all of the shareholders of this show that maybe I have not asked you, that you just want to say in a space of a minute?
I would like to say about new club, new environment, that the reason I'm joining the club is mostly because of the ambitious. It's a really ambitious club, to say that way. Watching a lot of games of them, they really improved since the coach Ramovic came on board. Brought some discipline into the club. A lot of players has improved under him. From the technical, tactical side, high level really, and that's one of the main reasons. And I'm convinced that they will get me there where I was before. I'm looking forward.
Good luck in your journey at TIS Galaxy.
Thank you.
Does your nickname Kokota continue with them, or you have a new one now in Mpumalanga?
Kokota is going to be there forever.
Can you sing the line? Can you sing the lyric? Do you remember it?
I Kokota piano. Yadlala piano.
Tata boy, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Samir Nurkovic. Trust me, you can say Samir Nurkovic from KwaMashu. You know it live on 947 Rise FM, Vuma FM, and Sowetan Live. Marawa Sports Worldwide was brought to you by Season 2 of Welcome to Wrexham, streaming from today on Disney+. Catch you again tomorrow.
3, 2, 1. It's here. The Rugby World Cup.
Springboks with a penalty advantage.
Tracked by Marawa every day. #MSW on 947. Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live.